just have fun on TikTok, bro. It's just, I don't know why they're making a big deal out of nothing.
I'm a primary school teacher. These students come in with a world of knowledge.
Against freedom of speech.
We just can't believe that they're saying that TikTok is even going to get banned.
TikTok's turned into a place where it's very toxic. People jump me. I've had 3 blokes pull out.
TikTok right now is my life, yeah. Everyone already has an account, so you're screwed anyway.
It's everything these days. You don't have it, you got nothing.
TikToks could soon be banned in the United States over security concerns.
Unless the social media app cuts its ties to China.
It's an issue that pits national security concerns against personal tech freedoms.
Tomorrow, the House is voting on a bill that could ban TikTok.
Politicians from both sides of the aisle say TikTok is dangerous.
Imagine a world where one of the most popular social media platforms suddenly vanishes in the blink of an eye. TikTok, which has over 1 billion active users worldwide, faces the possibility of a widespread ban. And this isn't just a rumor, it's a looming reality that could reshape the social media landscape as we know it. Today I'll be investigating the potential TikTok ban and its impact it could have on business owners, full-time creators, and the world. But first, I wanted to see if the average person agreed or disagreed with the ban. Alright guys, we have just arrived in Sydney CBD right behind us. Can you imagine a world without TikTok?
I can.
I can as well. I actually started making videos way before TikTok even existed, so I'd be used to it. But hey, it would be strange, not gonna lie.
I think to the average person, they'd probably freak out. People who abuse TikTok.
That have TikTok brain. The people that have currently existing TikTok brain, but they can't focus on anything, I'm in agreement with the ban.
Honestly, I think you get the real information on TikTok, and that's why I think they're gonna ban it. I think it's a bad thing. I think they should keep it.
I'm keen to see what the public has to say about it. I reckon we'll find some people that are very against the ban that want to make it stay, but then I reckon we'll find some Karen that will be like, nah, get rid of it. We want to go back to, writing on notepads and that sort of thing. So
100%.
Let's see what happens. What are your thoughts on TikTok?
I just feel like it's too addictive and I don't want to get addicted to it.
Any FOMO or no FOMO?
No FOMO at the moment.
I just never really got into it.
I love it.
How long do you spend on it a day?
Night time, we probably about an hour. Yeah.
Everything. When I'm sitting on the toilet, say everything.
Okay.
Yeah. You're sitting on the toilet, this bloke. What, are you having these ones? He dead, this bloke.
I'm not massive into social media, but I follow you.
Oh, you only use TikTok to follow me, right? YouTube, okay, even better.
It's a little bit of fun. It's a good way to keep up with what's happening around the social media world.
What's your name, my friend?
My name is Kevin.
Where are you from, Kevin Rudd?
We're from Sydney, Australia.
How does it feel to be not elected anymore as Prime Minister?
Me? Sorry, it was a tough job, so we're leaving it behind.
TikTok is potentially getting banned in the US. What are your thoughts on that?
Bunch of dogs. Yeah, 100%. Why? Well, what for? It's stupid, isn't it?
Flops, bro.
Yeah.
Straight flops.
And why do you think the US might be banning TikTok in the first place?
But don't they love a conspiracy? It's just a platform like Facebook and that. They just love conspiracies, these guys.
It's really bad. It's like in China, like how does China doing the same, following that regime, of banning TikTok?
I think it's ridiculous.
And why is that?
Because it's against human rights, basically, freedom of speech.
So do you believe TikTok advocates for freedom of speech?
Yeah, it's how we use it.
One thing that's extraordinary about it is it's bipartisan, which is unheard of in America at the moment. There are concerns about it, but I think the information that they're collecting, it doesn't really threaten national security.
It's been weaponized by people who are trying to make a political point rather than actual from any real basis and fact.
And elaborate on that. So what sort of political points and how are they doing that, do you think?
Around and the thoughts on the Chinese being behind it, there's potentially issues there.
I don't know about China and all of that stuff, obviously. So what's happening with the world? People just have fun on TikTok, bro. It's just, I don't know why they're making a big deal out of nothing.
Okay, last question. Are you for or against the ban?
Against it. What are we going to do on the toilet? They ban that shit, then what? We have to stop going to the toilet.
So far we have not found one person that has been for the ban and agrees with the ban. But I'm sure there is a lefty out there somewhere that will say, yeah, I think TikTok should be banned. And you've got to ask yourself the question, who is narrating the misinformation campaign? Whatever the news feeds us, they want us to be imprinted by a certain ideology that works for them. Anything that kind of strays away from the narrative they want us to believe is going to be labeled as misinformation. What do you think?
TikTok's alright, but why is it if you write F God on TikTok, all these videos pop up, but if you write F a certain agenda, it says discrimination. I think they're trying to control a lot more than they used to, and that's what the ban's all about. I'm telling you.
Do you reckon the ban's about basically just shutting down freedom of speech?
100%. Do you know how many people have woken up because of TikTok? The algorithm wasn't ready, and certain people got famous and exposed everything. That's what happened, and now they shit themselves, and they're trying to censor everything.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts, my friend, about the potential TikTok ban?
There's some conspiracy plot. They're trying to save us from TikTok brain.
Okay, so you think it's to preserve all our mental sanity?
I think someone's trying to save us.
Are you in favor of the ban or you're against it?
I honestly can't even afford to subscribe to TikTok, so I'm just on government benefits, so my brain's already saved from TikTok brain.
Let's have a thought. Have you noticed, ever since TikTok came out, everyone has the most fried brain? Like, I'm in a conversation with someone and they cannot focus on what I'm saying for more than 3 seconds. This world has gotten absolutely ballistic to the point where no one can focus on anything, they're just distracted 24/7.
You're talking to someone and they'll get bored of you. They wish they could do this to you, you know, just talk to the next person.
They wish they could swipe you and just move on, eh? And you had to vote yes or no for the ban? What would you say?
No. No, I'm not for or against. I just don't care.
Probably against, just because I think content creation is an important thing.
Maybe for, yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's too addictive.
So you think banning it would be a good thing to society?
Possibly. Not
What's
sure.
addictive about it?
I feel like people are on it for hours and everyone keeps saying that they are, so.
I would say I'm in the middle. Yeah, haven't decided either way, really.
It was interesting to hear what the general public had to say, but I wanted to hear what my fellow Asians thought who used the Chinese TikTok app called Douyin.
It's owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and Harris says the version that's served to Chinese consumers, called Douyin, is very different from the one available in the West.
In their version of TikTok, if you're under 14 years old, they show you science experiments you can do at home, museum exhibits, patriotism videos, and educational videos. And they also limit it to only 40 minutes per day. They don't ship that version of TikTok to the rest of the world.
你会说中文吗？会。你是中国人？是。Do you use TikTok or Douyin?
Both.
And what is the difference between the two?
One Chinese version, one is for foreigners.
Do you know about the potential ban on TikTok?
Yes, but I actually don't care about it. So none of my business.
And why do you think the US considers China as a security risk?
Politics, I don't want to comment. Yeah, sorry.
We're about to meet up with a girl called Veronica.
Okay, talk to me about the guest list.
Who started making TikTok videos a couple years ago. She's got about 500,000 followers or so, and I know that she makes a living from it. So we're going to see what could potentially happen to her career if TikTok was to obviously get banned. Let's go meet up with her, see what she says. What got you into TikTok in the first place?
Good. Worked out great in my favor because when I jumped on TikTok, I got lots of views because no one else had anything else to do.
I'm sure you've heard of the imminent or the potential TikTok ban coming to, the US and Australia. If TikTok was to get banned, how would that affect you?
It would absolutely suck. I've dreamt of having this role ever since I was like in year 8. So the fact that now, I don't know, it could potentially go. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. So do you make some good money from TikTok brand deals?
Yes.
How much?
Cannot disclose.
I wanted to ask Veronica the tough questions about how her life would drastically change if TikTok were to be banned. Do you think TikTok should be banned?
Definitely not, no. People have been saying this from 2020, that they're gonna take your security, at this point, take it. Like, what are you gonna do? They've already taken it. If they've taken it, everyone already has an account. Let's see, every business already has an account, so you're screwed anyway.
If TikTok was to cease to exist tomorrow, for example, that's your whole livelihood, business on the line, how would that impact you and the way that you live?
To be honest, it would have a very big impact on my life because all I do 24/7 is make TikToks, is go on live, trying to get jobs and brand deals and all that for TikTok. If TikTok doesn't exist anymore, I'd have to rethink what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna make money. TikTok right now is my life, yeah.
Listening to Veronica share her perspective was enlightening, revealing the personal stakes involved if TikTok was to go under. I was eager to investigate further into the business side of things, so I went to interview Frida, a business owner of a store called LA Donuts, who relies heavily on TikTok advertising for her regular customers. I've just arrived outside a place called LA Donuts in Sydney. These guys are absolutely massive on TikTok, and a lot of their business comes from the app.
Trick to enjoying this donut is you got to take 4 bites at one time and squash it all in your mouth.
I'm interested to see if the TikTok ban will affect the business inside the shop, so let's go and find out. How did you come across LA Donuts?
Social media, of course.
If it wasn't for social media, would you know about LA Donuts?
No.
She's a legend, a living legend of TikTok.
And do you think you would have found this shop without TikTok?
Never.
I was looking at her TikTok on the way here.
On the way here?
Yeah, on the way here. I was like, I was looking at all of her TikTok videos, and I was like, looking at all the videos. So I was like, well, I didn't expect to see you today. Yeah.
So that's why you dropped by?
Yeah, that's why I dropped by.
So you just saw the video just now?
Yeah, just now, yeah.
On TikTok?
On TikTok, yeah.
Everyone's from TikTok. There you go.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah.
Yeah, another one.
I'm the photographer.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks.
See, that just happened in real time. We didn't stage that or nothing. That's the power of TikTok, right?
100%. Like, I'll just be a donut lady. TikTok wasn't around.
My mind was blown after seeing how powerful an app like TikTok is to Frida's business. But I now wanted to understand what would happen to Frida's business if TikTok was to be banned. If TikTok did get banned in Australia, how would that impact your business?
Oh, I think it would be devastating. I think all businesses will be devastated. Like, I would be so sad because it's the fastest way to get content out. So you want to put something on sale, you want to show people what you got. It's so fast. I think it would just be very difficult. I think it will affect businesses a lot.
And for you personally, personally, do you think having no platform like TikTok to advertise, would that affect your business and your revenue?
Oh yeah, it's everything these days. You don't have it, you got nothing. That's the bottom line.
And how many less customers do you think you will have if TikTok did, get banned?
Oh, I didn't even want to think about it. Like, I think a lot. Like, the truth is, there would be, it would cut a lot.
What's sort of at stake if TikTok was to disappear?
Yeah, it's not just my direct family. You're supporting all your staff. Like, your staff have got families, they've got kids, they're looking for stable job, they want to have children. You hear their dreams as well, and they want to put their kids through school. A lot of them have come from other countries and want to establish a life in Australia. And when they work for a business that's really busy on social media, they feel proud and they want to stay here forever. And you feel like you have an obligation. Like you've got a lot of pressure to make sure that they can feed their own families as well.
Hearing from Frida about how detrimental the TikTok ban would be for a business was more impactful than I ever imagined. But now I'm turning my focus to the educational side of things. I got in touch with a local school teacher called Renee to gain insight into what TikTok is doing to the minds of young children at school and how it's also affecting their learning and social behavior. Renee, have you experienced a lot of kids with a short attention span due to TikTok, do you think?
Yes, definitely.
And do you think social media contributes to kids being distracted in class?
Absolutely. The amount of kids that are constantly wanting to fidget and touch their iPad. Yes, I'm constantly taking kids' devices away.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but the US is considering banning TikTok as a platform. If they did ban it, would you be for or against that?
I would be for that. I think the students these days have enough things going on socially. I think social media, it takes away their focus, it takes away their relationships with other people because they're just memeing the whole time or singing or just dancing, and there's no actually correlation of human interaction and relationship.
Excessive usage or without proper parental guidance, these platforms are taking up far too much of our kids' attention, leading to addictive type behaviours. And because of the excessive brain stimulation, like you said, short, succinct 15-second videos that capture their attention, it's really growing harder and harder to engage kids in lengthier type activities like reading books, doing their homework, even watching just a normal 2-hour movie.
You're expecting them to be concentrating for like 6 hours of the day, and then you've got like the attention of, say, a 45-50 minute lesson, maybe about half an hour, and then it's just like, well, we've just had enough of this because they're used to that short kind of feed.
And are any kids in your class, confused about their identity or gender as a result of apps like TikTok? Have you heard anyone that has?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got kids that identify as other animals, and it's no longer about the human sexuality anymore. It's moving into like, I don't even know what they want to call it these days, something else. Yeah.
Do you find that kids that you teach, for example, are even like overly sexually knowledgeable than they should be at an age like year 5 or 6?
Absolutely. I agree. Through my experience, relating it to how we were when we grew up, very lucky if you've got your parents to talk to you about this stuff, and that's where school come in. These students come in with a world of knowledge. They understand the innuendo of words, things that would have just gone right over our heads.
So it's like kids know a lot more about, things that maybe they shouldn't know at that age as a result of apps like TikTok.
Absolutely.
And last question, what are your final thoughts if TikTok was to get banned in the US and potentially Australia as well?
I 100% think the app should be banned globally.
I wasn't surprised by what Renee was saying about the impact of TikTok on kids' brains, but I was also curious to explore another angle. I met up with 2 TikTokers named Mons and Yisra, who are notorious for their controversial live streams on the app, to understand how TikTok has contributed to them experiencing violence, public harassment, and even stalking in real life. Hi guys, so we have just arrived at the Sydney Ramadan market, and we're about to meet up with a girl called Yisra.
2200, brother. I'm Yisra, brother. Huh?
She had some, funny quotes online, but apparently, from speaking to her recently, TikTok actually ruined her life and ruined her mental health. So super keen to understand, where she's coming from in terms of, does she think TikTok should be banned? Does she think it shouldn't? But yeah, obviously TikTok and social media as a whole definitely would affect your mental health. I can vouch for that. I've been in this game for 10 years. What do you think? You know Yisra?
Yisra, she's the girl that says 2200, brother.
That's the one, yeah. So Yisra actually became a little bit of a meme.
200, brother. I'm Yisra, brother. Huh?
Is that Monzi? Alright, so we got Yisra and her mate Mons, who I've also spoken to on TikTok Live before. He's actually massive in real life. Last time I saw him, he was trying to staunch me. Hey! Hiya, what's going on? Good to see ya. How are you? Good?
Yeah, good. Hiya.
You good, brother? Good, man. Yourself? Good to see ya. I last saw you in Chatswood, remember that time?
Yeah, I remember seeing you in Chatswood.
That's the funniest thing, yeah.
He was hot. Who was that girl? Gets the girls, Brad. Gets the girls, man.
What do you guys do on TikTok?
I like to start drama.
Me, I'm iconic, brother.
Like,
shut your mouth, you rat. All you do is 80.
Brother, so you
fat We're out here changing people's lives, bro.
How much money have you guys earned off TikTok?
I've made over $1 million. Hey, man, calm down.
Me, I made about $1.80 and I bought a sausage roll with it, man.
Me too.
Who are you, though? Get out of here, bro.
Get out of here, you 80 bucks.
Get out of here, looking at video, brother.
Oh, shit. Alright, man. Alright, cool. So next question.
How much have you made?
Yeah, how much have you made?
It's irrelevant. I'm not on TikTok live.
No. We want to ask you the question, bro.
No.
Listen, brother, how much have you made, brother?
How long have you guys been doing TikTok for?
3-4 years now.
Yeah, same as Isra. I just came after Isra. She was on here. She's the
We
original
broke the
OG.
internet.
I'm going to expose you right now. If you're going to talk to me like that, don't talk to me like that, please.
You shut your mouth, you old dog. You want to sit there and talk to your little dog fuck it out.
She's the original OG, and then I came on about 3-4 months later, and me and her we got along, and we're both from Western Sydney. It was funny, it was really good, but now TikTok's turned into a place where it's very toxic, and it's all about bullying and harassing people and how to break
And all
people
about
and how
jealousy
it's
and
all
that.
jealousy.
Honestly,
and
like-
how much you make and what are you doing, and calling out people and what they've done and stuff. So it's become a very toxic place.
Do you guys do TikTok full time?
Yeah, I do full time.
Lives.
Not anymore, man. I'm trying to branch off now, just move on with my life, do other things.
I'm sure both of you guys have heard about the potential TikTok ban. If that was to come into place, how would it affect your life?
To be honest, it wouldn't affect our lives. It would probably affect our fans' lives because they love us and they do look forward to seeing what we come out with, especially Mons.
If they're going to ban TikTok, I say they should also ban Instagram, Facebook, all these other social media platforms. You know, the whole issue is that it's about metadata and about privacy. But the truth is that Google collects your information, Instagram collects your information, Facebook's collecting all your information. So there's no difference. If you're going to ban one, you should ban all.
What do you think is the real reason behind why they're even considering banning TikTok? Do you think it's all about national security, or do you think there's some sort of ulterior motive involved?
No one's ever taking TikTok away. It's too much money. They're not taking their money away. Trust me. Everyone will go crazy.
What this is we're in a new era of, it's called modern warfare. This is modern warfare. So this is cyber war. This is to stop China and stop other countries from collecting information. But the reality is that Facebook, Google, Instagram, they all collect information regardless.
After having a laugh with Mons and Yizra, I felt it was now time to dive a little deeper. I wanted to ask them about the negative experiences they've had because of TikTok, to understand the challenges and struggles they've faced as a result of the platform. So what have you personally experienced, like from your own perspective? Like, what's happened to you?
Everything, bro. I've had bottles chucked at me. I've had people approach me. You know, look, some of it was, I'm not going to say it's fucking, I'm innocent, I'm a victim. 100%. Some of it was my fault because of how I responded to people and how I replied, you know what I mean? However, in saying that, it's usually you get provoked. You know, people provoke you, they say stuff to you, you're going to get angry and then you just let loose. But they only screen record the part where you swear and they post that up and they make you look like something that you're not. But they don't show you the full context of what happened, you know? It's people sit there and see a screen recording of me, for example, or me going off or swearing. They're saying, oh my God, that's disgusting. Did he talk about mums? Did he talk about kids? Did he talk about this person? The truth is that these people came at me, they spoke about me, they spoke about my family, they spoke about me, and they provoked me, they got me angry. Of course I'm gonna get angry. Of course I'm gonna lose my... So there's always a context to it. Don't always just believe one side. There's three sides to a story. What I said, what he said, and the truth of the matter. I've had to move houses. I've had people chase me down the road. People jump me. I've had 3 blokes pull out, jump me. Last week I was in Brisbane. I had a bloke come to my hotel room with 3 boys, waking me up at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, jump out of the car.
My house got smashed up. Every single day for 1 month, my tyres got slashed. Fireworks, you name it, outside my house. Disgusting. All I have to say is that karma, you know what I mean, and God, alhamdulillah for everything.
And how did all that stuff affect your mental health being on TikTok?
So obviously that affected my mental health with the anxiety of me leaving my house. Also with communicating with people. It's actually really different now and I have to be very aware of what I do. Just be careful on social media, guys. Don't trust anyone. The haters, and that's it. 2200, brother.
The potential ban of the TikTok app is a looming possibility that has billions of people across the globe divided. Is the predicted vanishing of the video platform really about a national security threat, or is there a much more sinister reason that a lot of us are missing? From hearing the desperate pleas of people like influencer Veronica and business owner Frida for the US government to have mercy on the app, to then hearing from Renee the school teacher and Mons and Yizra about the negatives of TikTok, this potential ban has the ability to change people's lives dramatically, for better or for worse. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the potential ban of TikTok, and as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this investigation.